If you're looking for all-out off-road performance and don't give a damn about road noise, well then, the Nitto Mud Grappler might just be the tire for you. The Mud Grappler shown here will be available in sizes to fit a 17, 18, 20, and 22-inch wheel, along with a bunch of different heights, ranging from 33 inches on the small side all the way down the line to the mud bogger style 40 inches and more. The Extreme Terrain Nitto will be a bit pricey because of the sizing, but expect to spend between just south of 300 bones for the smaller stuff, all the way to upwards of over $600 for some of the big boys. So if you've been browsing some of your all-terrain or mud terrain options here on the site, then chances are you've noticed an abundance of options from the guys over at Nitto. And that's something I really do dig about the established tire brand, as they really do offer something for everyone out there, including their very mild Dura and Terra grapplers, all the way down the spectrum to the Mud Grappler that we have here. Now this, by the way, will be the company's most aggressive tire when it comes to hardcore off-roading. In fact, this tire will pick up where the popular Trail Grappler left off and expand those voids between the lugs themselves, while also delivering an extremely burly 3-ply sidewall. And speaking of that sidewall, let's hang out on that a little bit longer here and take a closer look. And you're gonna notice Nitto isn't playing around with this particular tire. Huge lugs coming down the sidewall off the shoulder here, which is really going to do a lot for your traction no matter what kind of material you're going through, and especially even more so when you air these guys down a little bit. Aside from the functional aspect here of the Mud Grappler and those shoulder lugs and sidewall protection, you're also getting one of the coolest looking sidewalls in the entire category, in my humble opinion. And this is something that Nitto does with a lot of their Grappler series. They give owners or prospective buyers a couple of choices with how they want their tire to look when mounted. For instance, this side of the tire here, very stylized. You got kind of this lizard skin going on between those lugs. It's a very cool looking design. You rotate this bad boy around, it's a very basic looking sidewall. So that's something, again, that Nitto does do with a lot of their Grappler lineup. They give guys a couple of options, and the fact that it can do that and keep balance of the tire is very impressive overall. But let's move into what makes this tire so unique and so aggressive when compared to some of your other options in the mud terrain category. And that is the massive amount of real estate or space between the lugs themselves, allowing for optimal self-cleaning. And what does that mean? Well, when you're hitting some deep, soft terrain, whether it be mud, snow, or sand, sometimes those smaller voids of an all-terrain tire can get filled in or packed in, and at that point, it essentially turns your tire into a gutless slick. Now these massive voids here, on the other hand, with the Mud Grappler, working with some of the raised stone ejectors, will help the tire self-clean when you build up a good amount of wheel speed, ejecting all of that mud, sand, snow, or whatever out of the tire or the tread, giving your truck the traction it needs to pull you out of a sticky or deep situation. Now, Nitto also claims that the tread block arrangement or orientation is done so in a way to keep those lugs digging in and biting at all times. Of course, with this kind of tread design or this kind of pattern, there is always going to be a downside, and that downside is road noise. Listen, there's simply no getting around this, guys. It's going to be a loud experience while on the highway, so just be prepared for that before pulling the trigger. As always, guys, if you're watching this on our YouTube channel and you wanted to learn even more about some of the specific details pertaining to your specific sizing, such as load and speed rating, weight of the tire itself, including tread width and more, be sure to cruise back to our site and more specifically the product page to learn more about the Mud Grappler for your specific application. So if you want one of the most aggressive tires in the category to get you through some of the toughest terrain, while also drowning out your annoying girlfriend while on the highway, then you'll want to grab a set of the Mud Grapplers from Nitto right here at AmericanTrucks.com.